What an election year means for home prices. In previous presidential campaigns, home topics have more or less been overlooked, but anticipation of this upcoming election is really generating some buzz. Election years always create a certain level of uncertainty, especially for those who follow the stock market and interest rates. Those who are fiscally responsible are just a little bit more discerning during these times. So what is the scoop on the housing market in America today? Now, these are national stats from CNN, not Arizona stats, and real estate is hyper-localized. So keep that in mind that the next few things I mention are on a macro level, and home prices are still determined by supply and demand in your area much more than the presidential election. As a nation, we had a construction slow last year, but Americans are in need of about 1.5 million new units per year, or 260,000 more than 2018. Moving into the 2020s, it's predicted that there's going to be 400,000 new renters per year. So perhaps it's time to purchase that investment property you're thinking of. With interest rates being as low as they are and rental demand increasing and rental prices increasing, just saying. Almost half of all renters commit over a third of their income to the rent. However, on the flip side, shrinking interest rates and income increases, homeowners who spend more than a third of their income on their mortgage has significantly decreased since the peak in 2010. Home prices are still rising in most markets, but at a much slower pace. And nationally, we are still 7.6% lower than the bubble high, especially in most neighborhoods in AZ. So what does that all mean? Is it the right time to buy or sell? Before I elaborate, ask your agent, or me of course, about your market specifically. But historically, during presidential elections, prices rise 1.5% less than other years. Because the election creates a little uncertainty, that causes buyers to be a little more reluctant to pull the trigger on something, especially if they are move-up buyers. Second home buyers are also a little more reluctant moving into an election year because a second home is really more of a luxury than a necessity. Because of this, buyers can benefit from lower prices and a better deal because of the hesitation of others. From a seller's perspective, it's important to understand the level of uncertainty from buyers, but to keep in mind that not everyone is upsizing. There are plenty of downsizers, and you just need to be a little more realistic and make the house you're selling truly shine and stand out, and price it appropriately. People always need to move. The bottom line is it doesn't matter which side of the aisle you are on because each side has their opinions. And it doesn't matter who wins or who loses because half think the sky is falling and the other half thinks the sky is no limit. So keep in mind there can be great value to be had during these time frames. People are still buying because their lives are still evolving no matter who the president is.